Alright gang, here is the day 12 update. I'm going to stop introducing myself. If you've watched my videos by now, you know who I am. So yesterday was kind of a busy day. I had my surgery consultation yesterday, and a lot came out of that, and I'll try to summarize it. So, number one, I really liked the surgeon. He seemed like a really genuine guy, really down to earth. He is a doctor for a major professional sports team where I live, which I thought was pretty cool. He's obviously knows what he's doing if he's on board with those guys. So here were the options that were presented. Number one, they can use a cadaver tendon to replace or a cadaver ligament to replace the ACL. The surgeon said probably not a good option because they have a very high instance of re-injury when they take that approach in the age group of folks that are typically under 25. Now I'm 44, but apparently from an activity perspective, I live the life of a 25-year-old, go me. And so he said he just didn't really feel like that was an option. The second option they gave me was to take out the middle third of my patella tendon on the right leg and use that as a graft. And he said the downside of that was that a lot of people develop tendonitis and they have pain in their knee for the rest of their lives when they kneel down. Well, that's really not an option for me either. I kneel down a lot. I kneel down to get face to face with some of my younger students at my karate school. I have to kneel down to do some of the regular karate forms that we have in the style. Having knee pain every time I go down to one knee was just not in my playbook. So the other option is to harvest a piece of my hamstring and use that as the graft. And the downside on that one is that even though the hamstring will heal itself, apparently there's clinical studies that show a 10% reduction in hamstring strength in the leg that they extract this piece of tendon from. And I chose that approach because my logic was, if it's strength of the leg, hopefully I can train through that at the gym and get the muscle to compensate. It doesn't sound like it's strength of the tendon, meaning the tendon is weaker. It sounded like it was actual physical strength. So I'm going that way, and I'm gonna simply try to train through it, right? So the goal will be to get back to 345-pound Zercher squats, if at all possible. And for anybody that doesn't know what a Zercher squat is, you basically hold the Olympic bar in the crook of your arms and do squats with that, as opposed to having the bar across your back. I do both, but 345 on the Zercher is kind of a happy place for me, and I want to get back there. So they told me that they will measure success by determining that the injured leg is 90% the strength of the uninjured leg. And they had me schedule my first physical therapy appointment, and I'm assuming that they're going to baseline the strong leg in that appointment, and then we're going to work on getting the strength back after the surgery in the surgically repaired leg. So that first that first physical therapy appointment is not until 5 days after surgery. The doctor did say that they expect me on my feet day of surgery. There will be 12 hours before my quadricep refires. It sounds like they're going to probably use a nerve block, and that has to wear off before the quad will fire again, but that I should be able to stand up, bear weight. I'll have crutches or a walker, probably crutches, on that day. And interestingly enough, the procedure is apparently only 1 hour. This particular doctor does 4 surgeries a day on surgery day, and he basically does a surgery, completes it, moves to the next room, and does the next one, the next one, the next one. I'm fourth in line. He, for some reason, likes to do the ACLs last, seemingly because it's a very simple procedure. There could be other long-lasting effects from this, in that Notice I'm not wearing my brace today. I don't really need it at this point, but he said that the area around the knee right here will probably be numb for the rest of my life. That's a bummer. You know, as long as it doesn't impact my ability to perform, I don't care if it's just you touch it and you don't really know you're touching it. You just kind of get over that, I guess. So there it is. There are apparently lifelong impacts. One of them is numbness, one of them is strength. I hope to be able to overcome the strength aspect. The numbness, I'm actually going to try to do some electric stim on my own. There have been cases of people that regenerate their nerves. There's a cool book out there called Body Electric, where they did some experiments applying electricity to injuries in amphibians, and they can trigger them to completely regrow nerves and limbs. So I have a TENS unit, and I plan to employ it and see what it does. I'm also going to get one of these coolers that has a wrap that goes around your leg, and you put ice in the cooler and it just pumps cold around your leg. That's supposed to help it heal. I'm taking collagen supplements. They told me I'm not allowed to take any painkillers between now and surgery, like 10 days before. So I haven't taken any since the injury happened anyway. But if I had to take anything, Tylenol is all I'm allowed to take. They asked me to stop taking the turmeric supplements that I'm taking, which I don't really understand why. I don't see that it has any interactions with any drugs or anything, but it's just a spice. But I'll cease and desist on that as ordered, and we'll go from there. So the surgery now is a week from this Thursday, so May 3rd. So in the in-between time, the doctor did encourage me to continue working the leg. He was surprised at how fast the sprains have healed up, but they were really, I guess, pretty minor anyway, so expected them to heal up pretty quick. So I'm getting around fine. I didn't go to the gym yesterday because I had the surgery consultation. I didn't go today because one of my kids had a doctor appointment in the morning, and I don't know that I'll get a chance to get out there this afternoon, but it's still a potential, so we'll update you as we go from there. I don't know that there's going to be a lot of updates to share between now and the surgery, so we'll just kind of play it by ear and put things out there. But those are the updates that I have for now, and it was a little hard to swallow yesterday knowing that I was going to have some lifelong impacts, but again, hopefully we can just kind of work through those. So that's where I'm at. Thanks for watching the videos. Questions, comments, leave them below, and I will respond. A lot of folks are watching the videos, but nobody's really commenting, so I'm not sure where that leaves us, but I hope they're helpful. So I know this one was a little long. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.